Hello everyone, welcome to this short little demo video. Right in front of me I have an M1 iPad Pro 11-inch, 3rd generation. So yeah, that's that. And right next to me I have a USB-C to Type A adapter cable, so basic OTG cable. And connected to that is an RTL-SDR dongle by Nuelec, which then is connected to a small little telescopic antenna over there. So how does this work? So the normal librtlsdr library is based on the USB library libUSB, which is not available on iOS. So this does not work. So how did I get the RTL-SDR working on the iPad? Apple introduced a new framework called USBDriverKit quite some years ago, I believe in 2022. And what I did is I took the librtlsdr library and ported it from libUSB to USBDriverKit. USBDriverKit is a driver extension which runs in user space. And so I had to port all the libUSB stuff over to USBDriverKit. And now it is possible with this driver extension to use the RTL-SDR on the iPad. One note, USBDriverKit is only available on iPads, and specifically those which have an M series SoC, so M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, which applies to the iPad Pro and certain iPad Air models. This does not work on the iPhone at all. So what I have here is the RTL-SDR host app, which contains the driver extension. So let's open that first. And as you can see, it has two buttons. One of them is the Start RTL TCP server, and the other one is the test connection button. So what I will do now is I will take the RTL-SDR, connect it to the iPad, like so. And now it is possible to use the test connection button. And as you can see, it detected the R820T2 tuner. It streamed at 2 megasamples per second and for 1 second, and you can see there's 0 drops, and it even gave us a data sample. So at the end it prints connection test successful. So that's all working. So now we can use the integrated RTL TCP server, which has also been ported from C into a Swift version, which runs on the iPad. That was the easiest way at first to make the RTL-SDR work, because there are some RTL TCP clients available on the App Store. So we can start the RTL TCP server, and as you can see, it prints the IP address and the port, which is 1234, the standard RTL TCP port. And we can now use that with software which is available on the iPad, such as CoronaSDR. I also went ahead and ported Vele.io for DAB reception, and I even went ahead and ported SatDump. We'll come to that later. So we'll first start with CoronaSDR for FM, for example. So we can open the CoronaSDR app, and in here it already says connected to the R820T. It already detected my RTL TCP server. Let's see where the settings are. They're over here. And it's connected to the server, which is my local IP address, 127.0.0.1 so the local host. And we can now use that and play some radio. And there you go. We're playing FM radio. So for example, I'll just change frequencies to something else really quick. So you can go, to example, to 137.9, which is the Meteor M2 frequency, M2-4. And yeah, so all of that works, and it's working perfectly. So that's for AM, FM, single sideband, and CW reception, so mostly the analog modes. So that's all working. So we now can go back to the RTL-SDR host app. And one thing that's still a bug in this version is that I need to restart the TCP server with every client that's used it. So I need to figure that one out still. And now we can go ahead and try the Weller.io app. And I already did a station search. And let's just do the news channel so that I don't get any copyright issues. And we can click on play. And I will tune.
Einen genannten nicht-ständigen Sitz im Sicherheitsrat der Vereinten Nationen
that's
für die
also
Jahre
working.
2027 und 2028. Wer dabei ist?
I'll stop that, and you can also change stations, but I won't do that now for copyright reasons. And you can also check the settings, and in here it says RTL TCP, local IP address, and RTL TCP port. So we can exit that. That's also working. You can find the link for the ported version of Weller.io in the description down below. That one will also work on the iPhone via RTL TCP. For example, you could use your iPad as an RTL TCP server and connect your iPhone to it. So that's universal because it doesn't have to host the driver. And last but not least, we also have SatDump, which I ported to iOS. And in here, it works a little bit different than the previous versions, because the previous apps use the RTL TCP server. So we can now stop the RTL TCP server and change back to SatDump, because SatDump is able to use the RTL-SDR directly without the TCP server. So it can talk to the driver extension directly without having to go through the IP layer. So if you now go to the Recorded tab, we can see it already detected the RTL-SDR with its DriverKit source. As you can see here, you can use that. I have the decimation set to 4, and we can now start the SDR, and as you can see, it's currently tuned to an FM station. It's a bit weak, so we can increase the gain a little bit so that you can see it a bit better. So that's all working. And it also has the ability to do recording. Everything is working just like on the desktop version. So that's a quick little demo of the RTL-SDR running on an iPad directly via USB. In the next video, I will also do a quick demonstration of SatDump, just like I showed you. But instead of only showing you an FM station, I will do a satellite pass of Meteor M2-4, receiving the LRPT signal, so that we can actually try and decode an image from the satellite. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.